Hey guys and girls, what an incredibly beautiful Sunday afternoon for Benelli and I to take our Sunday afternoon walk. And we don't always get to go walking on Sunday afternoon, but today is just absolutely spectacular. And so I thought we'd take a little walk here and visit with you a while. First of all, I want to just give you a little update on Chris because it's been 49 months tomorrow. That's right, 49 months tomorrow. April 5, 2021, a little over 4 years ago, 4 years and 1 month to be exact, when the devil attacked Chris with that vicious stroke that damaged a lot of her brain and turned a beautiful, vibrant young lady into a girl that's living in a wheelchair. But golly, what an incredible thing it is to keep her alive. And the doctor said she would probably never leave that hospital alive, and yet here we are 49 months later. She lives here with me at the ranch 100% of the time. Never spent a day, not a day in a nursing home. The doctor said that if she did leave that hospital alive, that she would have to live in a nursing home the rest of her life and have 24-hour care. I can give that girl 24-hour care myself. I can give her 24-hour care. And so she still can't walk. That's the main thing. I get asked about Chris everywhere I go. It's amazing how many of y'all are still praying. It's amazing how many of y'all are still concerned and still love Chris and still love us enough to ask me about it. And I appreciate it every time somebody asks. And I always tell Chris, after church, I didn't get my grocery order into Sherry, didn't tell her what we needed here, so I had to go shopping at Walmart. $250, of course, it's not a lot of groceries in today's time. Bluebell ice cream is up to $10 a pound. $10 a pound. It might be $10 a pound. $10 a gallon. $10 a gallon for Bluebell. And so that's got it pretty high. It was last time it seemed like I bought it. I don't know if I even looked at the price, but well, maybe it was some that Sherry had ordered for me, so I didn't look at the price. I think it was $9 a gallon. Now it's $10 a gallon. $10 a gallon. But I give up everything else before I give up Bluebell, okay? I don't smoke and I don't drink, so I suppose that I can afford to splurge on Bluebell. Butter pecan Bluebell ice cream. I think that is probably Jimmy Houston Twin Eagle Ranch pecans in that Bluebell ice cream. It's very possible and likely that it is, that those pecans come from southern Oklahoma. Quite likely some of them come from right here off of this ranch, so that'd be a good deal. They do use a lot of native pecans. We have a lot of native pecans in addition to our approved pecans here. Look at the lake back here behind me. That's a pocket that comes in right here. Water is running still in the lake. It's running right now, barely. We've had a tremendous amount of rain. I have another couple of inches, 2 or 3 inches planned for this coming spring, this coming week. We still got a lot of spring in front of us. Not summertime yet, it's still spring. Turkeys are still gobbling. Turkey season is still on in a lot of places. I did not get to go to Missouri nor Kansas to hunt this year, which I would have certainly liked to. You'll notice I'm watching the ground as I walk because very definitely a beautiful afternoon for a big old diamondback or a timber rattler to be out wandering around. And if he is, I do not want to accidentally step on one. I can walk pretty close to one and not get bitten probably. But if I step on one, that's not good. That's a bad situation that would happen. And that would be a rattlesnake bite is what it would be. And that's very, very bad. Normally doesn't kill you, just makes you wish you were dead. But Chris is doing incredibly good. And some days she talks really well. Today, I haven't been able to understand much of anything she's been saying. But we had a tremendously great church today. Our preacher, Chopper McCartney, lit it up, did a tremendous job. And, you know, one of the things I wanted to mention about Chris that I haven't really talked about it very much is how Chris has really handled all this. You know, we've always talked about her physical situation and so much of her brain being damaged from that stroke, which causes her to not to be able to use her right arm, not to be able to walk. And, of course, not be able to get all the words out that she's thinking in her brain out to come out of her mouth. She knows what she wants to say. She just can't say it a lot of the times. She could say maybe almost all of a sentence, and the last word or two doesn't come out properly, and so that makes it difficult to understand. But her attitude through all of this has just been phenomenal. What can I say? Phenomenal. She never gripes. She never complains. She is a little impatient with me at times if I'm not Johnny on the spot or Jimmy on the spot to be there whenever she hollers or whenever she asks for me. She's never been impatient at all like that before, so I think that's something to do with the brain damage. But the other part of the deal is she can't just walk everywhere with the much water as there's running. But the other part of the deal is she just doesn't complain. She just doesn't complain at all. I mean, she doesn't complain about anything. It doesn't matter. And I'm not the greatest cook in the world. She's not being fed as well as she certainly needs to be. So when she's over at Sherry and Jack's, both Sherry and Jack are outstanding cooks, so she gets to eat a lot better than when she's here at home. Carolyn comes in a day or two a week and helps me take care of Chris quite a bit, and she can certainly cook a lot better than I can. But when Sherry gets to go over to Jack and when Chris gets to go over to Jack and Sherry's, that's a real treat. Treat for me too, because I get to eat there usually once or twice when we go over there. And it's a tremendous cooks, both of them. And they're always cooking a lot of stuff and some stuff I never even heard of. They're cooking, but it's always good. But her attitude has just been amazing. She has never really had the faith that she would walk again. She probably has more now than she's ever had, but I kept telling her, honey, I got enough faith for both of us. You don't have to worry about that. I have enough faith for both of us. But the amazing thing is she smiles. She smiles. She likes to see me smile. She is loving all the time, and just she's the same incredibly great woman that she was before that brain injury and that stroke, in a standpoint that she's always thinking about somebody else. She's always concerned to make sure that Benelli's got enough food. She's always concerned if somebody else is around, make sure that their needs are taken care of, make sure that I'm taking care of their needs. And, we still entertain a lot, even though Chris is not there to be able to help me entertain the way she did all of our married life. We've been married 61 years. But she's always concerned about everyone else, which is incredible when you think about her injuries and the things that she can't do and can't use, like her right arm and her right leg, and can't use her speech properly, and yet she's concerned about other people. That's amazing to me. And she doesn't hurt anywhere. She's not in any pain. There's a lot of people out there that's in pain every day, particularly when you get up people that's my age or even her age. She's 77. She's younger than me. Seems like quite a bit younger than me, but she doesn't hurt anywhere. And I suppose that right arm and right leg might hurt if she had any feeling in it. But since she doesn't have any feeling in it, it doesn't hurt. So that's an amazing thing too. But the incredible thing is her attitude is good. She smiles all the time. She's constantly smiling and trying to make me smile and trying to make me happy. And so she's still an incredible woman, even though that she can't walk or use her right arm. But she's always been the kind of woman that knew that irrespective of what her problems might be, irrespective of what she might be going through, she knew there was a lot of other people going through a lot worse. And with Chris right now, with the injuries that she has, or the deficiencies, or whatever you might call it, that she might have, disabilities that she might have because of that stroke, she understands and realizes that there's a lot of people that are a whole lot worse off. And she does have two legs, and she uses both of them, even though one of them she can't feel. Some people don't. Not everyone has two legs. She does have one good arm, and some people don't have any. So she can talk and say the right things quite a bit of the time. A lot of people can't talk at all. So she realizes that even though she's not the same girl she was, she's certainly blessed. And I tell her how blessed we are all the time. We are very, very, very blessed. Very blessed that she's alive. She's alive because thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of y'all prayed. Many of y'all still praying, and I appreciate that. And I know you are because you tell me you are. Everywhere I go all around this country, I hear people say, how's Chris? How's Chris? How's Chris? Some of y'all can't even remember her name and just say, how's your wife? Jimmy, how's your wife? One guy told me, Jimmy, I was on your Facebook for a long time. He told me I was on your YouTube channel for a long time, but I haven't been on there in a while. I'm kind of afraid to ask, but how's your wife? I said, well, she's still alive, so I'm glad you asked. and I said, she's still doing good. She's not where the doctor told her she would be, because the doctor thought that she would be in heaven by now, and she's not in heaven yet. She will be in heaven one day. We're pretty confident of that, but she's not there yet. She's still right here with me at the ranch. She's taking a nap now as I walk in the woods. I'm looking around also. I'm looking around a little further, not just at my feet for rattlesnakes, but out to see if I can find some antlers. I was hoping maybe Benelli would find some antlers for me. I haven't been antler hunting at all this year. I haven't been shed hunting. Just haven't had time. And here they are now growing their antlers back, and the grass is getting higher all over the woods, and it's not really a good situation to go shed hunting this late in the year or this early in the spring. You should do that right after they've lost their horns, which is the best time. Benelli can smell the blood and be able to find some antlers, and of course you don't have near as much vegetation growing up in the woods, so it's a good time to hunt. But Chris is doing good. I guess that's the one I can say. I tell everybody she's doing good. She just can't walk, can't use her right arm. She still has trouble with her speech. But she's doing great. I appreciate it each time y'all ask me when I'm out on the road. And by the way, before I end this thing, I'll tell you, I do have a couple of appearances coming up. The next 2 Wednesdays, I will be out there. But before I do that, I was going to do this at the start of the day. Let me congratulate Patty Gasso and our University of Oklahoma softball team, our girls softball team. We just won the Southeast Conference Championship for the first time. First time we've ever tried to win the Southeast Conference Championship. We beat many of their Southeast Conference champions in the College World Series on the way to 8 national championships, including the last 4 years in a row. But we, in the first year in the Southeast Conference, we won the regular season national championship over Texas A&M, which is one of the old Big 12 schools. And congratulations on a great year. We lost all but 2 of our players, and we lost 3 of our pitchers, our top 3 pitchers last year. So basically we got a bunch of freshmen and a couple of transfers at the University of Oklahoma, but they did good, won the Southeastern Conference. We're ranked number 1 in the country this week. Might fall down to number 2 this next week because we did lose 2 out of 3 games at Florida with a mysterious strike zone. That's all I'm going to say about that. A very mysterious strike zone that the umpires were calling in Florida this last week. And it seems like that they did give the home team a little advantage down there in giving them 4 strikes many times and only giving Oklahoma 2. So we had a little disadvantage, but that's okay. We don't mind that. And we should have won the games anyway. We lost the games because the 2 games we lost, we actually played pretty poorly in. Didn't play that great in the one we won, as a matter of fact. But I imagine after we won that national championship, the girls honestly probably had a little let down, a little hard for them to go out there and play as well as they're capable of, because they certainly did not play as well as capable of, and I'm certainly not saying anything bad about them. I'm sure Patty would say the same thing. They didn't play anywhere near as well as they're capable of the second and third game of that series. We got the big Southeast Conference Championship coming up this next week, and they don't get to play until Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, but I'll be anxious to see that. This coming Thursday morning, I will be traveling. And the reason I'll be traveling is, like I said, I've got 2 appearances coming up, and we'll let y'all know where they are, because if you're anywhere within a couple, 2 or 3 hours of there, please come and see us. Please come and see us. One of them is a fantastic grand opening, the Night of Conservation, the Evening of Conservation, for the new Bass Pro Cabela's in Duluth, Minnesota. That's right, Duluth, Minnesota. I'll be there. My buddy Roland Martin will be there. There'll be a lot of other big celebrities there, a big autograph line. One of the nights that you will never forget ever if you live in Minnesota. The Evening of Conservation, I think about 20% of every dollar that's spent there at Bass Pro Shop that night will be donated back to conservation efforts right there in that Duluth area. Not just Minnesota, not all over the country, but just right there in that Duluth area. We'll be donating Bass Pro Shop. Johnny Morris, the greatest conservationist in the history of America, will be donating 20% of every dollar spent there that night to conservation in the Duluth, Minnesota area. So I'll be there this coming Wednesday night, May 7th. That event starts at 6 o'clock. I'll be emceeing the grand opening. And so you want to be there. You want to be there. This is an event you do not want to miss. This is one of those historic events that you'll look back on and tell your kids and your grandkids about. If you've got kids and grandkids, make sure they're there because it's an exciting evening for the kids. We'll probably have some, I don't know what all we'll have there, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we don't have some baseball players from Minnesota, maybe some NFL players, cheerleaders. I don't know, but we usually have those pretty cheerleaders, mascots, team mascots. I don't know what all will be there, but I do know that Roland Martin and I'll be there. I'll be emceeing that event, and it'll just be an absolutely fantastic event. Mr. Johnny Morris himself is there. One of the few chances you may have in your lifetime to get to meet Johnny Morris, the our founder of Bass Pro Shop, and our leader, not only leader in the Bass Pro Shop, but leader in conservation of all of us that love to fish and hunt. So I'll be there this coming Wednesday night, May 7th. It starts at 6 o'clock. Now, another thing I'll be is the following Monday, May 14th, I will be at the Carbon Community Baptist Church. Carbon Community Baptist Church in Carbon, Texas. That's right, Carbon, Texas, a small town with an incredible church. I think the town's only got 100 and some odd members in it, but the church usually has about 350 people on Sunday. So that's an incredible church there. And I'll be down there. I'm going to be fishing in that area. So I'm going to be down there, and I'll have my camera guys with me, and we'll be trying to do a television show or two down there in that Carbon area. But we're going to be speaking at the church on Wednesday night. Now, Wednesday night is a normal Wednesday night church service like they have, but I think that they're going to allow me to speak there and do a talk just like I do at churches. I get the opportunity to speak at about 20 or 25 churches a year, and this will be one of them. So I'm really looking forward to it. So if you're anywhere within a couple, 2 or 3 hours of Carbon, Texas, be sure to come by the Carbon Community Church on Wednesday, May 15th, Wednesday, May 15th. Carbon Community Church, Carbon, Texas. The event will start there at 7 o'clock that evening. We'll have some great singing, and I don't know if they have any food or not, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised because it's a Baptist church. And Baptist church frequently have food. Might have a dessert bar or something, I don't know. But anyway, it's going to be a great evening there. I'm really looking forward to that. And I've got a friend of mine down there, Troy Rattery, that invited me down there on a fishing trip, and I told him I'd go speak at his church on Wednesday night. He's a great individual. I met him actually at a Tractor Supply tournament and our Tractor Supply event in Nashville, and him and I have become friends. So I'll be there this on the 14th, May 14th. That's not this coming Wednesday, that's the following Wednesday. This past week was a great one. I was at the ranch here all this week. The only time I left this ranch was today to go to church. But we did go fishing twice this week. 2 incredibly great fishing trips. Donated a couple trips. We get probably about 500 requests a year to donate fishing trips. And we take very few. We donate very few. We will donate them to sometimes some really good causes. We have to turn a lot of really good causes down. I mostly donate trips, for people like Make-A-Wish or Brass Ring Society or Kids We Care, things that with kids that are suffering through some illnesses or have some problems like that. This week's trips were not that, but they were very good causes. I donated trips to, and I just had a blast. I fished Tuesday with Cougar Gentry. Y'all know Cougar Gentry, the famous country music star. Well, this Cougar Gentry is a junior in high school. Be a junior this coming year. Plays golf. He's playing this weekend as we speak. I need to Google that up and see how he did in the Texas State Championships golf. That's right. He's a golfer. He was on the fishing team, but not on the fishing team this year because he's dedicating his time to golf. But he played in the state tournament. He may be the Texas State champion right now, for all I know. We had a guy work for us that played at the University of Texas, Ken Conley. Ken Conley worked for us this year. He's gone on to be with the Lord right now, but he played for the University of Texas, got his college education paid for hitting that little white ball out there. So if you hit that little white ball good enough, it'll pay for a whole lot more than a college education, I promise you. But Cougar Gentry and his dad, Jacoby. Isn't that cool? I know 2 Jacobys. Another Jacoby I know is Houston Arms, my buddy Daniel Arms, his son Houston. His best running buddy is named Jacoby. So now I know 2 Jacobys. And we just had a blast. We smashed them. We had a blast. We caught so many fish. It was amazing. And then also I'd given a trip away that was bought by some people I'd fished with before, Bob Stoops and Linda Stoops from Joplin. And we just had a blast. We had so much fun. We fished all day. We caught We had to beat what they caught before. They've been here twice to fish with me, and we beat what they caught before. I think we beat it by 11 bass. So we just had a tremendous time. We didn't catch any crappie at all, not a single solitary crappie. I did fish for crappie some, but we didn't catch any. And we caught all bass, and we just had a tremendous time, And I got to tell you, I'll just own up to it right now. I believe that Linda caught more than Bob and I put together. Put together. She whacked us. She put on a worm. She put on a plastic worm, a Fish Lucky Strike, Lucky Salt. It's a little stick bait, a little plastic worm, like a sinking worm. And she fished with that all day long, stuck with it all day long. Every time I'd turn around, she'd have that spinning rod bent over double, had some braided line on there, and whacked them all day long. Never got her line broken a single time. Caught a lot of fish, caught some really big fish, and just had an incredible day fishing with Bob and Linda. Carolyn came in and stayed with Chris that day, and we fished until 6:30 because we wanted to beat what we'd done before when they came and fished with me before. So the week was a great week, absolutely fantastic week. We have another good one planned this week, going up to Duluth, Minnesota. I'll be going up there on Wednesday, opening that store Wednesday night, coming back to the ranch Thursday, and then I've got another fishing get to go fishing on Friday. We've got John Robinson bringing a friend down, and we're going to be having a great time on this coming Friday after we open the store in Duluth, Minnesota. Guys and girls, y'all go out there and have you a great one. This is an incredible Sunday here in Oklahoma. I hope it's just this beautiful wherever you are. It could not get any better. It just absolutely could not get any better. Got down to 46 degrees last night, but this probably about 70 right now. As you can see, the wind's not blowing. It's just absolutely beautiful. God is smiling on the state of Oklahoma, putting some sunshine on the Oklahoma Sooner girls softball team, new Southeast Conference champions, SEC champions. That's right. Congratulations, girls. Congratulations to my friend Patty. And y'all fish lucky. And remember, I sure do love you.